Hello and welcome back to Football Daily, where today we're looking at a team of overachievers in this year's Champions League. Goalkeeper, David Espino. In between the sticks for Napoli, David Ospina has upgraded from second string at the Emirates to first choice at the San Paolo, switching the Europa League for the Champions League while on loan from the Gunners. The Little Donkeys could be about to cause an upset as they're currently top of their group above Liverpool and PSG. Having conceded just 3 goals, Ospina's been making 2.5 saves per 90, higher than the number managed by Liverpool's Alisson. Holding on to a clean sheet against Liverpool, the Colombian has seemingly earned the trust of Carlo Ancelotti, and according to Italian news outlet Il Mattino, the 30-year-old is hoping Napoli will trigger the option to buy at the end of the season. Clearly impressed with his start in Serie A, the same outfit have compared Ospina to Claudio Garella, who famously wore their number 1 between 1985 and 1988. With just 11 competitive appearances for Napoli, these rave reviews could be coming a little prematurely, but for now, Ospina seems a different breed to the unreliable stopper stationed at the Emirates last term. Defender Abdul Diallo. After a fruitful season at Mainz, defender Abdul Diallo has been impressing in his first term at the Westfalenstadion. The French under-21 captain has made 8 starts so far this season, as Dortmund sit top of the Bundesliga, 7 points clear of second place and 9 ahead of Bayern Munich. Specifically in the Champions League, Diallo has been averaging 2.7 interceptions per 90 and a huge 4.4 clearances a game. He's looking like a vital part of the Yellows' concrete defence that has only conceded twice in the group stage, both at the hands of Atletico Madrid at the Wanda Metropolitano. The Borussians' mixture of young talent and veteran experience has made them an exciting addition to the UCL. After starting slowly with a 1-0 win over Club Brugge, they thrashed Monaco 3-0 and recorded a 4-0 victory over Atleti, edging them above the Rojiblancos at the top of Group A going into match day 5. So don't expect Abdul Diallo to be the last Dortmund player in this XI. Defender Joshua Kimmage. 2018-19 has been a difficult season for Niko Kovac, who, in his first term at the Allianz, has led Bayern to their worst run in 24 years. 5th in the league, the Bavarians are at least top of their Champions League group, and one man they can always rely on to perform, even when his teammates aren't, is Joshua Kimmage. One of the most versatile players in the squad, Kimmage has become a reliable figure for the German Giants, aged just 23. The defender has been making 3 tackles and interceptions per 90 in the Champions League, and recovered the ball a huge 23 times in 4 matches. But it's his attacking figures that are the most impressive. Kimmage has been making 3.5 key passes per game, 3 times more than Mo Salah has created, and only Real Madrid's Toni Kroos can match the German for completed crosses in the competition. While their league performances as a whole have been unrecognisable this term, Mr. Reliable has still added 4 assists to his tally. And when Bayern take on Benfica in matchday 5, the Bundesliga champion will hope to produce his first direct goal contribution of the UCL season. Defender Achraf Hakimi. A more regular feature in the headlines this season than teammate Diallo, Achraf Hakimi has been a hot topic across the footballing stratosphere in the last few months. The Real Madrid wonder kid broke through into Real Madrid's first team last term, but made just 9 appearances for Los Blancos in 2017, opting for a loan move to Dortmund for minutes and experience. The 20-year-old right-back is on a 2-year loan spell in yellow and has become a key figure in Dortmund's unbeaten streak at the start of the season. In the Champions League, the defender has contributed 3 assists in just 180 minutes and averaged a key pass every 90, making him surprisingly lethal in the Dortmund attack. An exciting prospect for the future, already having Real and BVB fighting for his long-term tenancy, Hakimi will be an interesting watch as the UCL develops. Midfield Dusan Tadic. At Southampton, Dusan Tadic had 4 promising but ultimately underwhelming years on the south coast. However, his switch to Ajax for £10 million has seen a career resurgence after stating he would pick Amsterdam over England every day of the week. In his opening 12 games for Ajax, the Serbian scored 7 and assisted 5, as his transition to the Eredivisie has been totally seamless. The Dutch league is undeniably less competitive than its English counterpart, but Tadic has proved his European pedigree, scoring 3 and assisting 1 in their UCL playoffs to ensure Champions League football. With a goal and an assist in the Champions League already, along with 2 successful dribbles per 90, 2 key passes and 5 completed crosses, Tadic is creating more than any of his Ajax teammates. Clipping the heels of Bayern Munich in Group E, the Dutch side are looking likely to progress to the next stage of the Champions League, meaning that Tadic would have swapped a relegation battle at St Mary's for knockout football against Europe's elite. Midfield Karim Demirbay. At 25 years old, Karim Demirbay has hit the heights of Champions League stardom later than the majority. After playing for 7 different clubs across various levels of German football, he's finally found a home at the heart of Hoffenheim's midfield. The central midfielder, formerly on both Schalke and Dortmund's books, has played for the likes of Hamburg, Fortuna Düsseldorf, Wattenscheid and Kaiserslautern before impressing under Julian Nagelsmann. A ball-winning number 6 or a more attacking playmaker, Demirbay's versatility in midfielder is a useful tool for his coach. Having already made 2 assists in 3 UCL starts, along with 5.3 tackles and interceptions a game, his work rate in Europe's toughest competition needs to be commended. After suffering an injury-hit 2018, it seems that the Turkish-born German international is going to be back to his best for 2019. With just 3 points in a group that features Lyon, Manchester City and Shakhtar Donetsk, it seems unlikely that the German side will progress to the next stage. However, Europa League contenders should be keeping an eye on the overperforming Demirbay. Midfield, Axel Witsel. Young guns Christian Pulisic and Jadon Sancho have a combined direct goal contribution of 16 in the Bundesliga and the Champions League. However, it's Dortmund's midfield metronome Axel Witsel who should be getting more praise. Last term, despite having the Bundesliga's 3rd best attack scoring 64 goals, a lack of midfield muscle exposed their leaky defence as they conceded 47, a disappointing 9th best in that regard in the league. But BVB addressed their soft centre in the summer window, signing the 29-year-old from Chinese Super League side Tianjin Quanjin for £18 million. Averaging 81 passes per 90 in the Champions League, 20 more times than he touches the ball in Germany, the World Cup semi-finalist has completed the 6th most passes in the UCL group stage. Witsel has contributed 2.8 tackles and interceptions per 92, just 0.1 shy of what he manages in the Bundesliga. With the Yellows conceding just 2 in the competition, it's clear the Belgian is a vital component should they want to go deep. Having played for Anderlecht, Standard Liège and Benfica, Witsel has finally joined a top 5 league just before his 3rd decade. But should he keep up his current form manning the Dortmund midfield, they may enter the next stage looking a lot hardier than before. Midfield, Carlos Soler. At 14 years old, Carlos Soler walked onto the pitch for Valencia, waving a Champions League flag for the senior side. Just 8 years later, and Soler has made his Champions League debut for his boyhood club. In his 4 appearances so far, the Spaniard has scored 1 and assisted 2, and is attempting 1.8 shots per 90 compared to the 1.1 he manages in the league. However, the numbers seem slightly skewed by his outrageous performance versus Young Boys, in which he had a hand in all 3 goals in their 3-1 victory over the Swiss side. At the time of writing, Marcelino's team have 5 points from 4 matches and placed 3rd in Group H. But given their draw with Manchester United, Juventus and Young Boys, it's been a difficult UCL campaign. An overperforming Soler is probably still not enough to drag them into the knockout stage. Forward, Edin Jekko. With the majority of overachievers in this list coming in the form of youngsters breaking into starting 11s, Edin Jekko smashes the mould ever so slightly at 32. The former Manchester City striker has revived his career in Rome. His performances in the Champions League, currently top scorer, emulate the spectacular output he recorded in last year's competition, where he scored 8 and assisted 2 in 12 European games. So far, the Bosnian has 5 goals in just 4 appearances, or 1.3 per game. A goal every 73 minutes, his name is on the score sheet more often than Messi, Dybala and Lewandowski. If he can keep scoring at this rate in the knockout stages, he could be on for his highest scoring Champions League campaign to date. While Roma are currently level on points with Real Madrid in Group G, they'll be hoping that a freakish output from their striker could be enough to help them go one further than last year and book them a ticket to the Madrid final in 2019. Forward, Musa Moraga. Porto could be considered as one of the most in-form European sides, as they currently top Group D, 2 points ahead of Schalke. Their last Champions League win coming with Jose Mourinho in 2004, the Portuguese side consistently make it to the last 16 and then falter. But after ending their 5-year stretch without a trophy in 2018, winning their 28th league title, they now have an air of confidence that's been missing. Musa Moraga, who can also play on the right of midfield, has been heading their attack. In the Liga NOS, he's contributed 3 goals and 1 assist, but more impressively, he's managed the same output in the Champions League with half the number of appearances. Extremely clinical, Moraga is averaging 2.3 shots per 90 in the Champions League, compared to the 3.1 attempts he takes in the league. But scoring 0.8 goals per game in the Champions League compared to 0.4 domestically, Moraga is clearly overperforming in the UCL. He's definitely one to keep an eye on as Porto progress into the next stage. Forward, Paolo Dibala. After the acquisition of certified Champions League genius Cristiano Ronaldo, it was clear that Juventus were gunning for a European win this season. However, with CR7 the headline act of our Champions League underachievers, space has been made for the Argentinian international Paolo Dibala. The 25-year-old has started 11 games for Juve so far in Serie A, contributing 2 goals and an assist as they already sit 9 points clear at the top of the Italian league. However, it's in Europe that Dibala has been most dangerous. In 3 group stage appearances, Dibala has notched up 4, just under half of Juventus' total, including the winner against Manchester United at Old Trafford. His performances in the UCL have seen a spike in his attacking figures, taking 4.7 shots per 90, over double the number he's making in the league, and 2.7 of those shots are coming from within the penalty area, so really high quality chances. A huge increase in shots and a slip in key passes from 1.5 in the league to just 1 per 90 in the UCL suggests that La Gioia is being influenced by CR7's selfish approach and is looking to shine on the bigger stage. So that was our Champions League overperformers XI, but do you have any more suggestions in the comments below? Let us know. And if you enjoyed this video, click on screen to carry on Football Daily. And as always, don't forget to like and subscribe, guys. Thank you.